What's up? Kaliki in the building, and I am so thrilled to be doing a Transformation Mastery Kaliki in the building edition. I'll be using my notes, and I'll be talking about the truth of how we can get out of all of this shit. How we can finally be happy and in a place of abundance for real. You know, I'm going to start this off by asking you a question. And this question is, are you genuinely happy? You might be saying, I don't know how to answer that. So I'm going to ask you to close down your eyes right now. Close them down. Seriously, close down your eyes. And I'm going to ask you, how does it feel to be you? What is your inner feeling? What do you feel like? How does it feel to be you? Rate it. 1 out of 10. Alright, open up your eyes now. Most people are not happy. Most people are at a 3 out of 10 if you can ask them, what was the rating of myself? Me back in the day, 3 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Maybe even 1 out of 10. I felt so shitty. I didn't want to live. I didn't want to live this life anymore. But now, there's something so beautiful that has opened my heart. Something so graceful. And this is this knowledge that I'm about to share with you. This knowledge transformed everything. For a second, I want to talk about me back in the day. I couldn't look at somebody in the eye. I felt so shitty within myself that I knew that if someone looked at me, they would not be able to approve of me. They would not love me. I couldn't look at anybody in the eye. I was stifled to talk to anybody. If you tried talking with me, I would be looking down on the floor and I would be shy. I would be feeling like I'm a piece of shit. I don't deserve to talk to you. I was lost in my addictions. I had so many addictions that I was escaping myself constantly. I was always escaping myself. I was lost in the addiction of pornography, masturbation, weed, where I was escaping myself. Video games, junk food, all of that. I would wake up in the morning and have nothing that I wanted to do. I wasn't inspired to do anything. We're all living in that place. Let me say something. No time to think, only time to feel. Finding the heat of the summer, the coolness of the winter. Spring, summer, and fall shall remove all of your splinters. They say in this industry to keep your finger up on the trigger. This is a different song and we are different singers. I ain't a loser, then again I ain't a winner. I'm just a neutral man trying to keep my head up off this quicksand that we all drowning in. Finding the kingdom in the palm of my hand. We're all drowning in this quicksand that we're trying to find our way out of. And I have a solution. I have a solution. It's a way of awareness. The path of awareness of noticing where we are inside of ourselves. If we're at the 3 out of 10 place, we usually are unaware that we are there until we put our awareness on it. And there's usually if you've been in a room with an AC hum, you get used to that. You don't normally notice that AC hum is buzzing all the time in the background. But if you quiet yourself down and you put your attention onto it, you'll realize there's been an AC hum the whole time. That's how we're living. We're living with this shit inside of ourselves and we're not acknowledging it. And when we quiet down, we will finally be aware that it is there. And there is something that we're running away from constantly. We designed a life where we are escaping more and more and more. But when you are at that place where you don't escape, where you're at 10 out of 10 abundance within yourself, how do I put this? You feel amazing. So, I'm going to ask you where you're coming from. Most people are coming from a 3 out of 10 baseline. Most people are coming from that 3 out of 10 place where you're not fully happy within yourself. How many people do you see look genuinely happy? Look genuinely there. Like they're just fucking present. They're just there. Like that, they have that light to them, that inspiration. How many people do you see with that? It's very few to none. If you don't have this 10 out of 10, you are constantly escaping. So people all around us are constantly escaping. We're running away from something within ourselves. What is that? We need to find that. What is it that we're running away from? Assuming as more, sometimes we escape ourselves. And when we're escaping, there's like that place where you're like, I'm gonna drink. And you're drinking to escape yourself. You're like numbing your body. You don't want to feel how you feel. Or you're smoking whatever you're smoking because you're running away from how you feel. Versus you're fucking 10 out of 10. You're abundant. You're there. You feel amazing by default. And then you're drinking. You're like, yeah, I feel amazing. I already feel great. I'm not running away from anything. And you are doing it out of inspiration, not desperation. Other times you are escaping, other times you are enjoying yourself. Most people are not authentically drawn towards a purpose. Most people don't have a purpose that they're drawn towards. They are just doing the mundane motions of life. So when we're at that 10 out of 10 place, we are authentically drawn to do something from default out of our inspiration. When we are out of 3 out of 10, we're doing everything because we have to do it. Anything you're doing from 3 out of 10 will eventually bring you back to 3 out of 10. Trying to fix from 3 out of 10 will only bring you back to 3 out of 10. You can improve your life situation. You can improve your relationships. You can travel. You can work on your personality. Remove negative traits from the past. And, start even meditating. But you're still at that shitty baseline. I faced my diet, but I still feel like shit. I got into this relationship, but I still feel like shit. I got into a new job, but I still feel like shit. Nothing is working. And that's when it gets scary, because the more you do, you realize it's not working. You're stuck at that 3 out of 10 place within yourself. You need to change that default. You could say, I started a business. I did everything, and I still feel shitty. You have to change that inner heart place, where you come from in all of your actions. Now imagine you're coming from 10 out of 10. Everything you're doing is coming from inspiration. It's coming from love, coming from freedom, coming from bliss. And you go into every action with that life. Suddenly, you're not running away from anything, because you're falling right back to 10 out of 10. You're coming from 10 out of 10, and you're staying at 10 out of 10. The answer isn't more money, more success, more girls, more, work success, more relationship success, more financial success. The answer lies beyond all of it. The answer lies in taking care of that shit that people do not take care of, which is the baseline that we're coming from. When I asked you, how does it feel to be you? And you rated it, that is your baseline. That is where you come from a wholeness place. And if you're coming from a 3 out of 10, you will be stuck at a 3 out of 10 until you change that baseline within yourself. So, we're usually looking in the wrong places. When you do everything from 3 out of 10, you're looking in the wrong places to find happiness. When you need to change the default, find yourself at 10 out of 10. Transform the experience of yourself, then everything will start changing. You will start thriving in your life. Before, I would dread life. I would dread waking up in the morning. I would dread going throughout the day. I would dread my job. I would dread my relationships. I would dread my anything that would make me happy was a temporary high. It never made me really there. When you're coming from 3 out of 10, everything is temporary. Everything from 10 out of 10 is a permanent happiness because you're already happy within yourself and you're whole within yourself and you're abundant within yourself. And when you come from 10 out of 10, you will be filling life into all of your actions. Core confidence is what comes from 10 out of 10. When you're at 10 out of 10, you won't be addicted to approval and validation because you are not trying to take to compensate from you're not trying to take from people. You're trying to fill me up from that 3 out of 10 place. You are no longer addicted to approval and validation when you're at that 10 out of 10 place. When you're at that 3 out of 10 place, you're like, give me validation. Give me what I need. Give me what will make me 10 out of 10. But that's not what will make you happy. Because you're always stuck at that 3 out of 10 place. You will be falling right back to 3 out of 10. You are always trying to compensate for the experience you are having. You can finally be free when you're at 10 out of 10. This beats all self-sabotage because you will be at 10 out of 10, not 3 out of 10, where you keep falling back to your baseline. You will keep coming back to where you came from. In conclusion, you will always fall back to where you start from. So if you're starting from a 10 out of 10, this life is an inside job. If you're able to take care of how you feel within, which I'm going to be sharing some meditation techniques, some powerful healing transformation techniques, some subconscious releases that you can be doing. When you take care of the beginning, the default, everything else will transform. Everything else will change. And you will live a life of true abundance and true happiness. Until next time, I'll be making this a series of transformational videos. And I want you to go through this transformational journey with me. So I love you. I hope you have a beautiful day. And let's get into this Transformation Mastery Kaliki in the Building Edition together. Thank you.